Hello, and welcome to an episode of playing Hearthstone. We are going to see how fast we can climb the ranked ladder. I was originally going to record another Slay the Spire run this morning, and as I pulled up my YouTube, I noticed that my Hearthstone Arena video, which I considered relatively lousy in terms of like content and effort, received more views than a lot of my other stuff that maybe I feel more strongly about. Not that I don't feel strong about Hearthstone. I just didn't expect my arena run to like get a lot of views, so I don't know if I necessarily like had all my heart and effort into it. This is a great hand, by the way. So we'll see how this video does. Last time it was arena, this time it's constructed. We'll see what impact that has on the viewership. This should be a free win also. Oh, I was gonna coin remote control punch this, but I guess the 1/3 off the top is better. Oh, that's annoying. I would really like to play some spells this turn because I want to discount these Mantle Shapers, but I guess next turn is good. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. Probably it's going to be hard for them. Oh, that's actually really bad for me. What the heck? What a good trolley problem. Okay, let's see how this goes. We could coin a 5/5, but I think we'll hold here and we'll play 2 5/5s next turn. They might have a way to deal 1 damage, but they might not, and I'm not going to play around it by coining a banana. Wait a minute, coin banana into 2 5/5s was an option. Uh-oh. Not this play. Oh well. Looks like we're okay. Okay, let's see what they got. Domino effect would be useful. Wouldn't be a full clear, even with their currently amassed board. They're also a self-damage warlock, so I don't know if they can afford to... Ooh, it's definitely useful for him. But yeah, his breakpoints just suck. He has to trade these 2 guys in here, and he's just dead anyway. Right? Yep. Get wrecked. Okay. So I'm free to play. I don't know if that was apparent by the deck I'm playing. So I can't play whatever deck I want. I did even craft a few cards for this deck, though it's a very inexpensive deck. I don't know if it has 1 legendary, Brock Kodobane, who I think is just a free legendary. Does it have any other legendaries besides that? I don't think it does. So it has. I had to craft a couple of epic cards. The 4 mana RC Rampage I crafted, but this card's insane. I would not try to build this deck without this card. I'm gonna keep this card actually with this opening hand. Normally you don't keep RC Rampage, but with 2 Thorn Mantle Musicians, definitely worth keeping. So we could Thorn Mantle, coin Thorn Mantle into Observer, and then hope we get something off the top for turn 3. Oh. Definitely we're playing one of them. How good is it to coin the second one? Would we play this on turn 2? I think we would. I think it's very good to play the second one. Because we're against Druid, who's going to be slow. They want to play like their stupid 1-1 whelp here, and I am very happy to have both 1-3s out. If he's going to play 1-1, or if he's going to play his other Groovy Cat that he just discovered, right? So, we get the full clear here. We cast Observer of Myths. And now my minions are going to get a bunch of extra attack, because when I summon my first beast, it'll get +2/+2. Giving everything +1 attack. Which is huge. Yeah, he has to take a slow. Oh no, I forgot. Groovy Cat means he could kill this. Ah, that's actually really bad. Dang it.
Calm down.
Why am I hero powering instead of playing Vicious Slither Spear? I guess to play around Swipe. Is why. Slash Malfurion's Gift, which would give him Swipe if he really wanted it. And now RC Rampage is 3 4/4s. Oh, he's like a token druid. Oh, this is tough. I don't want... So if I play this, it's 3 4/4s, which is really good, but I don't want him to be able to kill this and get his 3/3s. So maybe I just... No, I don't want to go slower, though. Ah, there's no way to do this without letting him kill the 4/4. Or without playing the RC Rampage this turn. The RC Rampage is so good this turn, I don't want to not play it. But him getting 2 3/3s is too good. Should we play the Slither Spear or the Stealthy Snakes? Probably the Slither Spear. The reason to hold on to the Stealthy Snakes, or the Sneaky Snakes, Sneaky Snakes, sorry, is RC Rampage is best if you have 3 or 4 minions in play when you cast RC Rampage, because that means you get 12/12 of stats, which is the most that you can get. So to make sure you have a sufficiently large enough board, a sufficiently wide enough board, I want to keep the Sneaky Snakes back. Okay, a few ways to play this. Should we give him the 3/3? Probably not on our own. We should probably just RC Rampage pass. Or Audio Bot. No, we're gonna RC. No. Oh, that's another tough decision. So once again, it would be 3 4/4s, but that lines up poorly against us 4/1. We can make it 2 5/5s. I guess that's better. Or we could just take away his last Audio Bot, play it a little bit more slow. Yeah, I like this. Now this summons nothing. And we get the other snakes in play. Swipe's not a full solve for him, though we definitely don't want to see it.
Stay alert, my children.
Okay. Okay. Really good for us. How close are we to lethal? Not close enough. We're 5 damage off, but that's okay. Do we want 3 4/4s or 4 3/3s? 4 + 2. We could play the 5/5 alongside. Do we want to do that? Probably, yeah. So in order to do that, we're gonna get 3 4s rather than 4 3/3s. Yep. So we play this now. And then we play the 5/5 instead of hero power. Yes, hero power is good, but a 5/5 is better, right? It's just way better. Druid really struggles to just like full clear. Like more stats the more stats you have, the harder it is for Druid. It's not like one of the classes that has just a full-blown AoE regardless of what your opponent has, like destroy all minions. They can only really piece together clears with having enough rush minions or spell damage swipe stuff. So more stats better. Okay, this should be lethal. He's at an effective 19. We've got way more than that, yeah. Yep, he yields to us. So the nice thing about playing this deck, I was playing a botched version of Rainbow Death Knight. Botched because I just don't have all the cards, and it's pretty expensive to try and craft all the cards for it, so I was just playing a Plague-centric version of it. Fun deck, definitely was performing poorly, more poorly than this is right now, though this is the beginning of the season. Today's July 1st, by the way, so we're climbing on day 1, which is why we're trying to see how fast we can climb. Maybe we'll get to Diamond today, we'll see.
Set sail for glory.
Oh, I could also pull up the deck tracker, which I should probably do. I guess we'll keep Observer of Myths. I feel like 4 damage is tough enough for Rogue to deal with. Ooh.
Want to hear my playlist?
Interesting.
Want to hear my playlist?
Oh my gosh. Well, he's coming out swinging. Well, 1 coin 1 is pretty good then. Or 1 coin 1 to get a 2/3 and a 1/3. Huh. I'm just afraid he's gonna buff with a spark bot or something. So maybe I just do this. This feels a little weird. But this plays around, like, I don't know what they're called, but spark bots, the 1/1 magnetic mechs that you can get from all sorts of things as mech rogue. Because giving him a, letting him run a 3/2 into a 1/3 just kind of sucks for me. So this like threatens the board on its own. But the downside is I use a spell without the Slither Spear in play. And I don't use the coin on turn 1, which means the coin lets you squeeze in a more powerful turn. Squeezing in a more powerful turn as soon as possible is generally pretty good. It's not always possible to squeeze in a more powerful turn with the coin on turn 1, so you don't like always coin on turn 1, but when you can, it's often very good. Okay, are they just AFK? Oh no, they just roped the whole way. I don't know, maybe to punish me for roping. Okay, but this is a full clear. Just punch, and then probably just 1 and 1. Just play the slow cards. Sure. Let's see. We can add an application, a window capture. that's gonna capture the deck tracker. No, I don't want to capture the deck. I want to capture the overlay. Is there a way to capture the deck tracker overlay? I think maybe there's not. Now he had Drilly the Kid on 3. Did it excavate twice for him? It did. Wow, that's... How do they always... Every time I've ever seen a rogue play this, they always get the Bath Cry and the Quick Draw. And I don't know how that's possible. But here we are. Ball of Spiders. Patchwork. Coin. I think it's just... Oh, coin RC Rampage for a bunch of 2/2s. That's 10/10 worth of stats. Plus it lets me trade here. I don't even think I want to trade into Drilly though. I think we'll do this and we'll just go face. And say 5 2/2s is pretty good. And a 3/3, I forgot, because of Thorn Mantle. It's nice to try and like combo your RC Rampage with Observer of Myths, but that's funny. Jeez. Okay, and he trades for me, so that's good. Okay, Leok is really good here, right? 4+2. I guess this is a little inefficient. But finding a way to kill this 2/6 without having to trade in my 2 health minions is really good. So we're gonna... The math is tricky. We have to trade 2 3/2s in no matter what. But that was probably as efficient as we could get.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirates.
The next card this turn costs 3 less. Jeez Louise, his treasures have been pretty exceptional, honestly. I mean, the one mana discover a 2-cost card, it costs 0. It's probably above average, but not a huge deal, except for the fact that he was able to discover a 2/6 taunt that had no downside. Okay, we can play another Leok. Is that the best way to do this? Probably. It floats a mana, but it means that he only gains 4 more life from this instead of tons. I guess alternatively we could just run Huffer in and then play Ball of Spiders instead. I lose my Huffer that way, but I give it's more mana efficient, and I can give this Leok a chance to buff more than just 2 minions on the turn that it comes down.
Now this is treasure.
Yeah, so he's... Oh, Ziliax, costing 0. He took the Divine Shield taunt lifesteal one, so he gets to go back up to full. Wow, Direwolf Alpha's good. He gets a spell here. Yeah, dang. That's GG. The fact that he got a spell that was able to deal with my board. I don't see us coming back from this now. We won't give up, but yeah, definitely not good. Yeah, what am I even supposed to do? I guess summon a bunch of 1/1s? That's terrible.
I wonder.
play a couple of 4/4 taunts. That's terrible. Punch into a 6/6 when we're at 21 life is terrible. I think we're supposed to go with the 1/1s, save the Direwolf Alpha, so the other card we play, I guess, should be Misha, or we can play another Patchwork Pals. We're just dead on board. You know, I'm just gonna concede. Get to the next game faster. He's got 3 spells in here. I don't see us winning this. He had 16 damage on board, so he was 4 damage off of lethal. So I don't think it was worth sticking around to try and overcome that massive advantage he had. 3 spells in his hand that cost 4 less. That's okay. You win some, you lose some. The nice thing about climbing with this deck, I think I was in the middle of describing this before, but compared to the Death Knight deck I was playing, even if I was playing the best version of that Rainbow Death Knight deck, it's a much slower deck. So even if you can squeeze out higher, the nice thing about this deck is you can jam games so quickly that if you're trying to climb, particularly at the lower ranks, you will amount your net wins faster because the deck plays faster. So a way to think about this is let's just use nice round numbers. A 60% win rate over 50 games is a net of 10 wins. Also, geez Louise, what a turn. I guess we have to contest. It's very good for the Druid to have that on one. He's going to play Splish Splash now and just close us out. Sometimes that happens. Druid is another deck that it's like surprisingly fast because they get their... Oh, okay, he didn't play Splish Splash. Observer of Myths cannot go off, so we should not play it. We should just set up by getting the companions in our hand. Going back to my example, so like a 60% win rate over 50 games is a net 10 wins, 30 wins, 20 losses, so that's 10 more wins than losses, so 10 net wins.
Stay alert, my children.
Uh-oh. Well, that was powerful for my opponent. We can kill it though with Leok or Huffer. Probably Huffer is better. Yeah, Huffer's much better. Do Huffer, Thorn Mantle. Just use my life total here as a resource. Amass a big old board. If you compare that to like a 70% win rate, but you only get like 30 games in, it's really hard to complete my analogy when I have to pause so often to consider the turn. Oh, this is really good. Observer of Myths into Leok. Oh no, it doesn't work. That's just unfortunate. I don't think there's any way to know the interaction. I guess it's after you summon a minion, yeah, and after Leok is summoned, Observer of Myths has 2 attack already because of the Leok buff. Dang, punished for not knowing that interaction. A 70% win rate over 30 games would be 21 wins and 9 losses, which is a net of 12 wins, so that is still better. The higher win rate over fewer games. But obviously there's a combination of numbers that makes it better to have a lower win rate as long as you can get more games in because your games are faster. Okay, the jungle gym is pretty good here because he has all these 1 health and targets. I'm not gonna bother to kill the jungle cat. He's just gonna trade it into a 1/1 himself, which is fine by me. This is gonna be a hard match to win.
We all exist in harmony.
Okay, pretty slow from him. Can we get there? This is not great. He's gonna have 7. How close are we to lethal? We're getting pretty close. So should we just play Barak? Yeah.
Want to know why they call me Kudo
We draw a Sneaky Snakes. I was kind of hoping for a banana because we might have wanted to play that. Oh, this is interesting. No, we should play the Snow Flipper Penguin. I was going to consider
Calm down.
holding the Snow Flipper Penguin so we can Penguin, kill command, but we can already do bursting your Mungar, kill command. Oh, not anymore, because he took a mana crystal, but doesn't matter, he left our board up. Okay, we got there. I was really worried about this matchup, but he didn't get any crazy lifesteal. There's like a lifesteal dragon with Rush, there's the Ziliax of course, but Ziliax is pretty expensive these days. I hate that druid skin, by the way. It's just so over the top obnoxious. Okay, let's try and get one more win on here. Get to gold, and then we'll wrap the episode up. This is maybe just kind of like a test run to see how much more popular a random string of ranked games on ladder is, unedited. If they continue to get, you know, some attention, then I have more incentive to put effort into editing them. So someday I might edit these up and play a bunch of ladder games and just clip down the best matches from those games played. Let's just toss everything except for Vicious Slither Spear. Interesting. So against Death Knight, Vicious Coin Vicious is pretty exciting to me. We'll see how this goes. Sneaky Stakes off the top is a good draw as well. Rainbow Death Knight is the most popular one, so a lot of times they'll have the Frost Strike here. They don't. This is a great card, but technically a little slow for them. And Sneaky Snakes helps threaten to help me out with the math here. They can only on board kill one of my Vicious Slither Spears, so we'll see if they're able to kill the other with something else from hand. Yeah, Excavate a Treasure, right, is what he wants to do. He kept this card on the left here. But 3 mana, deal 3 damage, Excavate a Treasure would be the dream for him. He didn't play Frost Strike last turn. I think he would have if he had it. Oh, Hero Power is good for me. Does he have anything else? It's just a Hero Power pass turn? Holy cow, that's good for me. Okay, let's play this to buff the Vicious Slither Spear. We should probably start playing these, although we do make ourselves susceptible to some AoE. I think that's okay. We will
Love a little fiddling.
play the 1-3 instead of a 3-1 here. It makes one of these beasts a 4-2 when I play it, and also means that it survives like I don't know what kind of AoE he'd have, but the 4 mana deal 2 damage to all enemies. This survives. Probably more likely is he has the he doesn't have any AoE, so he's like almost dead. There are a lot of good draws here that would actually make him almost dead. Oh my gosh! Immediately draw Frost Plague. No, this was one of the draws that would have just totally clapped him. If I did not immediately draw the worst plague. Oh my gosh, when I was playing Plague Death Knight, I would shuffle like 12, between like 12 and 15 plagues into their deck, and they just wouldn't draw it for like 10 turns. I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. We'll just develop this though, get slightly more attack on the Slither Spear, and then just smash face. He's down to 12, we've got a Leroy in hand, but geez, that was... So, I mean, imagine if this was a Leok. If we had one more energy to have played the Leok here, he would be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 less life. He'd be at 7, and would basically just be dead. Now instead he has a full clear, and I'm basically dead. There are a few ways to do this. Probably the Huffer Steady Shot. Bursting Jormungandr is the best way to do it. I give him the least amount of time to get taunts in the way to protect his life total. Because if I just slow roll it here, and then he just plays a single taunt, suddenly it's like, oh, well, rip. I could Leok instead of Hero Power. It's 1 less damage, which actually kind of matters. And the other thing is it just gives him a good trade on the Helya. So I think we're actually just gonna use the Hero Power, which feels a little silly. Because 2 mana deal 2 damage is so much worse than like playing anything with a handful of cards, like 2 little beastie boys. But his trades are just like too efficient, whatever I try and develop. If it's a Leok or a Misha into his 4 attack minion, or a couple of 1 attack minions into his 2 attack minion hero power shenanigans. I guess technically he doesn't have a clear on board and with his hero power. If I play 2 3-1 beasts there instead of hero power, right? He can hero power a 3-1, 2 of the 2-1s go into a 4-2 and a 3-1, and I still... No, but then the 4-3 can still go into a 3-1, which isn't great for him, but it still clears my board, whereas this set up lethal for this turn with the little Leroy, and the other play didn't. He would not be dead to Leroy on this turn if I didn't play that hero power, so... Got him. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. Just a quick little trip to gold from bronze. You got to see mostly wins. You also got to see one of the ways that we were unable to pull it together against the... who did we lose to? I already forget. Just out of mind, out of sight. Just focus on the wins. But thank you for watching. If you like Hearthstone content, let me know in the comments if you want to see more standard, if you want to see more ranked. If there's a deck you'd like to see me play, I do have quite a bit of dust that I have sitting around. I don't want to spend it all, but of course if people were interested in seeing something specific, I could put some stuff together to make sure that I'm making the type of content that my audience wants to see. So until then, have a good one.